Joining me now from Washington, D.C., former White House Principal Deputy Press Secretary and current Press Secretary of the Trump presidential re-election campaign, Hogan Gidley. Hogan, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Stephanie. I appreciate it.
So, Hogan, as you know, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats say that they're not ruling out the possibility of impeaching President Trump again. And also they added AG Bill Barr onto that, too. Do the Democrats have no shame? I think I know the answer to my own question.
Well, time after time, it's been proven Democrats care about politics over the American people. They've done it when they shut down the government many times during this president's administration. I was there. I watched it. Nancy Pelosi would flail around in meetings and make her points and then run out to the press and say it's all Donald Trump's fault. This is no different. She had no case for impeachment the first time. She has no case now. This is all about a political agenda for Nancy Pelosi, and they're threatening to basically burn down the country. I mean, they're kind of holding us hostage. They're blackmailing everyone, saying if you don't agree with us, if you don't do what we want, then the chaos will continue. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, if only there were a document, if only there was some type of written down language that would tell us what to do when a Supreme Court nominee is gone and there's a seat that needs to be filled. I wonder what that document, oh wait, we do have one. It's called the Constitution of the United States, and it is very clear. The President of the United States will nominate a Supreme Court nominee, and the Senate has the right to vote on it or not, period. If the President doesn't do that, he is literally going against the very document he himself swore an oath to protect. And 29 times in the past, 29, a vacancy on the court has happened in an election year. All 29 times, Republican presidents, Democrat presidents, every single one has put forth a nominee. So the precedent is set. Donald Trump has been clear. He will put forth a nominee, it looks like, on Saturday.
Yeah, it's pretty clear that President Trump has a constitutional duty to nominate. Now, he's also been very transparent when it came to his Supreme Court nominee list, and he released that a couple weeks ago, as we know. We also know that Biden hasn't been so transparent, and he still refuses to release a list. Why is that?
Well, he doesn't want people to know who he's going to pick because it will expose a couple of facts. One is that he has been absolutely taken over by the radical socialist leftist wing of his party, and it will prove that any justice he puts forward will radically move to reshape this country by making laws from the bench. Donald Trump put forth a list in 2016. He's done so here again because he wants to be transparent with the American people. He knows in 2016, exit polls showed 70% of the people cared about the Supreme Court as an issue as to why they voted for Donald Trump, because people want the judicial system to work like it's supposed to, that they interpret the laws. They do not make laws. And regardless of who Donald Trump puts forward, that person will be well qualified with a storied history and record of protecting the law and not making law from the bench.
Yeah. And you kind of touched on this, some of the liberals saying, like, burn it down. It's not just like crazy fringe people. We're talking about people who have large platforms, even hosts over at CNN, and we have an example of it. Roll tape.
We're going to have to blow up the entire system. And you know what we're going to have to do?
No, I don't know.
You know what we're going to, yes,
yeah.
what you're going to have to do?
You just got to vote.
Honestly, from what your closing argument is, you're going to have to get rid of the Electoral College. Because the people...
I don't see it.
Because the minority in this country decides who the judges are and they decide who the president is.
But you need a constitutional amendment to do that.
And if Joe Biden wins, Democrats can stack the courts and they can do that amendment and they can get it passed.
I have to wonder, who actually sits around and watches his Don Lemon show, by the way? I don't watch it. I go online and look for these clips, but wow.
I mean, look, CNN should change its motto to "the beatings will continue until morale improves." That's basically what Don Lemon is saying, is that he expects the chaos to continue. You've heard people on the left talk about this now for a long time. So what do you expect is going to happen when you have someone, like Maxine Waters saying, get in their faces, don't let them eat, tell the people of the Trump administration they're not welcome here. You'd had Hillary Clinton saying, why isn't this happening more? I can't believe it's not happening now. You had Kamala Harris saying this is something that is going to happen. It should happen. It's not going to stop. You had Eric Holder saying when they go low, we kick them in the face. They have been fomenting this for quite some time. And again, Democrats are always guilty of accusing Republicans of doing things they themselves are actually guilty of doing. They said we colluded with Russia, but they were the ones who had a Russian dossier with British intelligence. Talk about foreign interference. They're the ones saying President Trump wants to change the date of the election, but they're the ones suing in 10, 15 states.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.